this NFT space, like I'm familiar with cryptocurrency, I'm familiar with all of this, but what's your take on this, the business side of things? Like, what do you think, like
for NFTs or like DeFi in general?
In general, DeFi, and then possibly NFTs. Because although NFTs are meant for creatives, it's more of a business situation than a creative one.
The public decides whether it's a business or not.
I think NFTs has the reason. One reason is obviously the hype it has created. I mean,
social status.
These
NFT
are buying we are buying an NFT. CryptoPunks going so high. I mean, Snoop Dogg buying a CryptoPunk and these different projects that have gone up. There's obviously a bubble which is bursting slowly in front of our eyes now. So, I mean, 2021 was called the NFT summer when NFT was like sky high. But that will go away. But I still feel like NFTs will be here to stay because people are now, turning NFTs into something they can use.
Exactly.
So NFTs initially are like art pieces, basically, like a photograph that you'll click, and it's illiquid. I mean, you buy it.
Yeah, but you can't really.
If you want to get rid of it, you need another buyer. It's not like a currency that you bought. And there's always a seller. There won't be a buyer. Always. So it's an illiquid market. But now, NFTs going forward, I feel like this is my thesis. Is like how you compare a physical art piece with an NFT is everybody doesn't buy a Mona Lisa from the Louvre from Paris, right? Louvre, whatever the fuck it's called. You can always have a printout. Like the Mr. Bean movie, he had a poster of the Whistler's mother. And nobody knew. But it worked. So like, I feel like there will be different sectors of NFTs, but one sector would be the original art that is created like Mona Lisa, and of course you can right click and save it. But there will be an industry. I mean, why not have a digital space for art? I mean, if you're going to live in a Ready Player One like world, you need a space for like digital art pieces that are original and that the revenue for which will go to the creator only. And there will be a way to verify it.
Here's the thing, as a creative, say that's the thing, like as an artist, as a painter, the physicality of certain art pieces are a key feature of that art piece.
Right.
Listen, and hear me out. Right. So paintings if you've noticed, knife paintings there's a certain texture to it. When you touch it, there's a certain emboss paint, right? So a lot of art pieces, just photographs, they are digital as fuck, right? DSLRs.
Right.
You can't really do anything about it. It's a digital art form. It's a digital form of communication. So जो मेमोरी कार्ड से मैं अपने लैपटॉप में एक्सपोर्ट करूँगी, वो मेमोरी कार्ड मैं किसी और को दे दूँगी अपने पीसी में, वो सेम ही रहेगा ना, आ गया. लेकिन बट विद अ पेंटिंग पर से, लाइक यू सेड मोना लिसा और मे बी सम अदर आर्ट पीस बाय से वैन गो, there are certain tangible aspect to an art piece which is very hard to replicate. I don't know if you guys have seen this stupid show called White Collar. It's a show.
Watch a
stupid show, exactly.
No, it's a very entertaining show, but it's very old, so it might look stupid now. So show का concept ये था कि there was this guy called Neil Caffrey. Okay, and what his profession was कि he used to replicate art pieces. ये भी एक job होता है, profession होता है. People con other folks ना with की original art in the art industry, right? So उनका प्रोफेशन ही यही होता है कि एक आर्ट पीस दिया, उसमें जो ब्रश का स्ट्रोक है ना, वो फिजिकली उसको रेप्लिकेट कर देते हैं कि ओरिजिनल और नए में फर्क ही ना पता चले. फिर उसको हाँ, and then they sort of sell it in like the black market for millions of dollars, saying that this is the original art piece, right? तो वो करने के लिए ना एक स्पेशल स्किल चाहिए. वो नील कैफरी की उसमें शो में दिखाया था कि वो कोई भी आर्ट पीस रेप्लिकेट करे, उसमें आपका खुद का भी आर्टिस्टिक होना चाहिए ना, हैंड. NFTs, not really. You don't need to have that level of,
control C, control V.
No, but this is where the blockchain comes in, right? So if it's on chain that you've curated
it. For me, it's like art piece. अगर तूने दो दे दिए मेरे को, एक नासीखे ने बना दिया उसको देखकर, जो एक किसी बहुत महान आर्टिस्ट ने बनाया है, वो एज अ लेमैन मेरे को भी पता चल जाएगा कि कुछ गड़बड़ है इसमें. एक भी कलर वलर में कुछ डिफरेंस हो तो मेरे को दिख जाएगा एज अ लेमैन. टू फिगर दैट on a blockchain situation, to verify that You need to deep dive into that shit, which most people won't have the skills to do.
No, but
you need to be an expert to explore.
Right, but this is where I feel like crypto really managed to come out is because they connected art and culture again.
Right.
This was like the renaissance for me, like how back then there was art and culture interconnected.
Right.
So like you can just divide periods of time in terms of how the art was made, right? I mean, you would know more about it.
Yeah.
Go on.
For me, NFTs, when we talk about art and culture, for me, NFTs as an art are very overvalued.
Of course there's an hype, but what I'm coming to is like, so CryptoPunks were 10,000. Of course, there were a lot of projects that came after it, which were like punks. This punk, that punk.
Yeah.
None of them succeeded. Because that CryptoPunk society made kind of a culture, and those people started conversing with themselves, and it was like it was just like an avatar. Like, okay, we belong to this society.
Yeah,
we belong,
I
and
think
we value this.
CryptoPunks also have like a certain rarity to it. Like
and every
avatars will have rarity numbers.
Right. So there's an aspect that each art piece will have a rarity number to it, depending on the criteria of
and
the
a lot of
physical
investors
attributes.
that people are starting to investing into NFTs. They go and buy NFTs from the second hand market instead of the first hand one.
Right.
Because
secondary markets. They get it a lot cheaper than the primary.
So OpenSea, I mean, OpenSea skyrocketed in August because after Visa bought a CryptoPunk, it was an game because I mean the most mainstream finance companies buying an NFT was like a crazy event. So, but I feel like that aspect, what I was talking about, like comparing it to physical, legacy art pieces that we have in the physical space, like Mona Lisa or Van Gogh's work or Salman Kush, what's his name? Hussein? MF Hussein?
Salman Kush. You started with Salman Kush.
I was also wondering who he is.
I don't remember. But that is one aspect which I believe would be if we start living in the digital world. I mean, if we are in the Ready Player One world.
That's not gonna happen.
I feel like that will be an aspect, but another aspect would be like I was talking to you about DAOs and how organizations will decentralize themselves. So NFTs, there's one use case that there are now token gated communities.
Right.
So say you want to enter a community. Say you're a creator. Say you're Justin Bieber.
Right.
You can have an NFT. Say a picture of yourself or something you like, and fractionalize it and distribute it amongst your fans. Anyone who has a fraction of that NFT gets to be in your circle, in your community, and they get like special access to your live videos or your live sessions, kind of a Patreon. But then they have also ownership, and say you want to make a song and you want to take inputs from them, and whoever has the best input, they'll get remunerated. They'll get a live call with you or something like that. So they have skin in the game for your work as well, and kind of a interplay between the creator and the audience that they.
But isn't this the same thing as like buying like a stock of a company?
No,
right?
but so the difference between a stock and an NFT would be like NFT, or say a lot of social tokens are coming up as well. So I don't know, there was this rapper called RAC, R-A-C. He made a token called RAC, R-A-C. So difference between a stock and an NFT or a social token would be like a social token would give you ownership. And say that RAC wants to make an album and he wants inputs. Or where should the community do next? Or what project should we work on? So they'll have a say in that. The more say they have, the more good outcomes that they come, the value of the token goes up. So if you're owning a token, you want the value of the token to go up. So there's kind of because when you buy a stock, you don't enter the meeting of the company. You just take in information. Okay, this happened. This is what we're looking at. This is the future. You don't enter the meeting and give your own input.
So this social token is being treated as a commodity at the moment, like with sense of ownership.
It can be an entry pass. It can be, say you work for a firm. You're a creator. You have an art piece that you gave to a company or an organization. For that, you could get an NFT for it, representing the work you did. So quantifying the very difficult to quantify work that designers and artists too. So kind of like bridging the gap. So maybe this will be the best time for a creator or an artist or a designer in my humble opinion.
To
But then
quantify
again,
art is tough.
NFT as for an artist, it's not democratized yet. Now is there? Because if someone already has a following, for them to enter the NFT space right now makes sense, because there will be demand for his art
Right.
in the market. As a new creator, you can still, because here's the thing, this NFT space, like as of now, is not approachable to everyone. It's not accessible
Yeah,
to everyone.
of course.
Like even I don't know exactly how it works, like how to buy an NFT, or how to sell an NFT for that matter. Say Instagram, it's easy to catch a good profile or a good photographer on Instagram right now, but in this space right now, it's very niche. It's so niche right now.
You need
NFT
to be a
space.
specialist.
Yeah,
to
in
understand
itself,
the
to appreciate a creator who's also decided to enter the space, right? And as a creator, if you don't have a certain following, certain demand for your art piece,
Right.
it makes no sense to enter that space. Now is there?
Right. I mean, so for a creator, like an individual,
Like how do you get, as a new creator, how do you get exposed to that industry?
right? I mean, there will have to be a protocol or a social media, say a decentralized social
Yeah,
media
somewhat something like that.
say an Instagram on the blockchain,
But is
would
it-
be like end game for creators. I feel like
Yeah.
if there's an Instagram on the blockchain that
Yeah.
can verify, because I don't know if you guys saw, Twitter is coming up with NFT verification on
Is
its
it?
platform.
Oh wow.
So
It's in talks. Like it's
no, I saw. I don't know what's the name. MD Aflac, which is who looks after the Twitter Spaces
Mhm.
of Twitter. So she uploaded a video which this was a screen recording.
Mhm.
So basically, if you go into your profile settings and you go to the profile picture changing option, it'll say choose from photos or NFT. So if you
Right.
click on NFT, it'll go to your MetaMask wallet. You connect it to OpenSea, and you connect your NFT to it. So in your profile picture, you'll have your photo and then an Ethereum sign below it.
Right.
So right click and save will go away very quickly
Right.
because then it'll verify that it's your own owned
I still
NFT.
believe when we talk about NFT, it needs to have like CryptoPunks, or we have like photos, JPEGs as NFTs. But instead of that, NFTs should be written executable pieces of code.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
FaceTime is a patented technology by Apple,
Right.
exclusively for Apple.
Right.
Right. So similarly, there needs to be something executable,
Yeah.
and not just a piece of JPEG or not just a piece of
Yeah, that is why a lot
Yeah.
of projects are
That's-
coming up with like
people are coming
You know,
up with random photos and valuing them.
that is a bubble.
skyrocket.
That is a
that's-
bubble.
Because that's the
because-
thing, people with power are able to,
Right,
do
right.
whatever they
I mean,
decide.
whatever
if
they-
say
they
Mark
can.
Cuban comes up with an NFT collection of his own, everyone will buy
It'll
it.
sell like crazy.
Sell like crazy, but again, it's because he's Mark Cuban. But
Not
that's
because
what,
art is
that's the thing. Because the bubble is going down now, more and more NFTs will have some utility attached to them. Let's say a protocol is coming up, and if you own that NFT, you'll get ownership in that protocol, and then you can be a contributor, and then you'll grow with the company, with the organization. So these kind of roadmap is very important if you're launching an NFT
Right.
right now. What's behind the project?
I think it can be very well compared to all these startups. No, a lot of startups, especially in the tech industry, they offer
ESOPs.
Yeah, they offer equity in their organization
Yeah, yeah.
at a very early stage.
Stock option
If we
plans.
grow, you'll grow as well. So
Right.
I think that something like an NFT can also be offered by the organization on behalf of the organization. And then as the organization grows on a global scale, the value of that NFT.
NFT.
Yeah,
also.
that's
The
what
demand
that's the
increases.
purpose of ESOPs, right? You get skin in the game
Right.
because you have a vested interest in the growth of the company.
Exactly.
You work even harder. It's like
Yeah.
the ultimate motivator. You want to.
Yeah.
The shareholder's profit needs to go up. It's the first rule of business.
Yeah.
So that gives an extra boost, and that's what these DAOs do best. I mean, you work freelance, and I wanted to get to freelancing versus working for a company.
Yeah.
But I feel like DAOs will change the whole system because
That's like 100% freelance thing.
it's like a bridge between freelance and so if you're in a company, you have a vested interest in the growth of the company. If you're a freelancer, you have a vested vested interest in the growth of yourself. You don't care what the company will do. But if you're a member of a DAO, you can be a member of multiple DAOs.
Right.
No one is asking you, no one is signing a contract. You can be a contributor in multiple DAOs. For your work, you get back tokens of that DAO. So you're freelancing, but then you have ownership of the organization.
Yeah.
So you have your own creative say. No one is forcing that. Okay, make that slide change. What's called? Photo thodi badi kar do. You don't have it. You give an art piece. You give your contribution. The community decides what's the best piece, and that gets selected. And you still, even if you don't get selected, you get your appropriate remuneration.
But then again, you can't call. Yeah, you have to call it art and not design, because design is a very like a client and a designer relationship thing. Right? If you're making something and you're putting it into the world might like it, might not like it. That's art. Right, so that has nothing to do with the design industry, because the design industry can't function like that.
No, but like, say a DAO wants a logo for itself.
Yeah.
So 10 people who are designers, first of all, you don't need to go out looking for a designer and you then find out that this person lied on their CV. You have 10 people who are interested in design, they submit, then you give the option to the community only, and they decide what's the best.
But do all 10 of them get tokens?
Yeah, according to, the one that gets selected, that will depend on the governance and how. That also will be decided by the community, guess what? Because those who own tokens, they have governance rights.
If everything is decided by community,
that's too much, isn't it?
Yeah, also, and the processes will get slow. When everybody needs to vote.
It's like trip pe jana hai.
Then you ask like hundreds of people.
पहले वोट करो, क्या हमें वोट करना चाहिए?
Yeah, no.
इसमें वोट करते हैं.
There needs to be leadership, of course.
Yeah.
I feel like the decentralized discussion is a little too utopian for my liking.
But practically as well, not just for your liking.
No, the aspect that I like is that you can have your own creative say, you can have your own creative freedom, but you can also have a vested interest and a say and a skin in the game. You're not like an outsider who just cares about itself. Whatever the client wants, that will kill you after a point if you're a creative person.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever the client wants. You can create, you can explore what you want, what you love, and then get remunerated for it. So it's like a bridge between an employee of an organization and a freelancer.
But I'm telling you again and again, that's art. That's not design.
Exactly.
Listen to me, hear me out. If you're creating something and you're putting it out there and someone might like it. Now hear me out. I went to Kashmir on my own dime because I wanted to do this trek. Okay? I went there, clicked this one photograph, okay, that I love. I put it out there, and someone who's a travel organization organizing trips to Kashmir comes to me and says, "Meko ye photo acha laga. I will like to put it up on my website." है ना? Now this is not design. This is art.
Right.
I put it out there. Some client chose to like it, and they went ahead with it, right? But then again, if I'm a designer, I am going in there to specifically click a picture for that person's website.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the difference here.
Problem solution.
Right.
Problem solution.
Yeah. So
Solution मतलब आर्टिस्ट ने अपना काम कर दिया, वो किसी के काम आ जाता है, किसी के नहीं आता है ना?
Right.
जिसके आ गया वो हो गई, बात बन गई. तो that's not necessarily very design oriented. That's mostly art. जैसे Instagram
right. It's like
काफी basic problem.
Yeah, it's like
double coincidence of wants.
हाँ, it's more like want and.
So it's like, we talked about this example about marketing. Say you want a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
You have 10 people who give their submission. Like, this is the best way to market this ahead. Say the what the fuck?
Sorry. It's been long since I've been on this chair.
Yeah.
So say the government.
He's like, bus mera ho gaya.
No, I'm sorry for that.
Break my neck.
I also do that. Let's just see.
So,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So like, stop it.
क्रैक हो गया क्या सारा हमारे बोन्स?
So the founding team, say 10 people, who are in the founding team, they decide, okay, these three are the best. So let's ask the governance token holders, whoever owns the token, to vote out of the three. Whoever has more tokens has more say, of course. And then you get, the community gives you work according to what the community, I mean, it's like if you hire a marketing guy out of a college.
So again,
there's a very high chance that guy doesn't know marketing. So if someone is doing marketing work for you.
Answer me this. How is this different from, ठीक है, एक organization है, ठीक है, उसमें structure है, hierarchy है, जो बोल रहा है ना, you one guy has more tokens. उस organization में obviously the co-founder has more equity in the company. फिर जो एक designer, उन्होंने एक senior designer hire, whatever, I'm just saying, like maybe okay नहीं, founding team senior designer है, senior designer के ज़्यादा say है ना, उसका ज़्यादा equity है एक company में, senior designer है, उसने कमीशन किया ये और ऐसे हमें चाहिए ब्रोशर चाहिए, ये 5 लोगों ने ब्रोशर बना दिया, ये जैसे सही है ना कम्युनिटी. Now at the end of the day, instead of the community deciding, senior designer के पास ज़्यादा say है ना, because he has more
tokens.
Say, more tokens.
No, but
so how is this decentralized?
So the
power gets centralized.
It's just creating a different type of hierarchy.
No. It's like, so I mean, social tokens are not just given out like that. Social tokens are a limited piece of tokens that you have to earn, not just buy.
Earn how?
Earn by giving your work. You know what I mean?
So senior designer is a senior designer by contributing to the company.
Exactly.
No?
There will be, so there's if you start a DAO or a company, you have a token allocation, of course. So you have so the designer who started the company with the founders will have a certain piece of tokens. But then if you ask the community to have, okay, you list out these kind of works are out there, you can contribute. Don't it's permissionless. If you want to work, if you want to contribute, come in. There's bounty programs as well. So
I don't know if you know or not, there's a website called Upwork.
Yeah, so that's an interesting part. That's what I was thinking recently, is what the future of Upwork would look like.
Yeah, Fiverr,
because
same this is the concept.
Like you hire someone for particular job.
Not just that, you just post a job and 5 people
like
so, but for Upwork you'll get money back and the deal's done. Again, that's the difference, is that it'll work the same way. But when you get the social tokens or the tokens of the DAO, you end up getting a certain ownership of the protocol or the organization.
Right.
So it's a little more than just the money aspect.
Yeah. So it's just like an extended version of Fiverr.
It's a little skin in the game with Fiverr.
Yeah.
You know, when everybody owns a piece of the community, it gets a piece of the corporation, it gets bad.
So that depends on the governance, right? So there are a lot of protocols who just give out coins, just like that.
Yeah.
They went to shit.
Yeah.
Because it's all about controlling that.
Non-fungible tokens का idea है NFTs या फिर even cryptocurrency का idea ये है ना कि if it's limited then it has value.
Yeah.
And that's the same with currency also, right? अगर डॉलर छपते चले जाएंगे तो फिर वो उसकी currency drop
होगी. Like it happened with the German mark.
It happened with the recent protocol called Ruler. So what they did was their token economics was so bad, they just gave out tokens just like that. So the value went, they dumped it.
The idea of Bitcoin is that the fact that it's so limited, that's why Bitcoin has so much value.
And same with ETH. I mean,
ETH has no limit.
ETH started burning, right? So now it's almost deflationary. So that is why we are excited, because after a certain point, so the burning rate is more than the production rate right now.
Right.
So after a certain point, the value of ETH goes up and up and up and up, because there's a limited amount.
Yeah.
So that's why the governance team has to decide, right? How much to share, how much not to share, and that is why I feel like completely decentralized is kind of a utopian idea, but it's still a very exciting time to be a creator or a designer or a freelancer.
Is it what you feel after all of what he has said on NFTs since past 20 minutes? Is it what you feel like? This is the time to be alive.
I understand the idea of it.
So the fact that you don't have to give an interview to give your work, in return of ownership, if you give good work and remuneration.
So it's like no KYC.
There's a difference also here. ठीक है? अब तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वर्क मैंने जेब में रखा हुआ है, मैंने निकाल के दे दिया.
Right, of course you have to.
You know what I mean? So I would rather go through an interview and know for a fact that I'm getting the job.
What I'm working for.
And then I spend my time and energy into working it, on it than just randomly working on it and seeing कि उसको पसंद आ गया तो ठीक है, नहीं तो मेरी मेहनत waste है.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So as a
Yeah,
creator,
that's
it doesn't make sense for me immediately. You know?
And why do you want to limit human contact so much? Like you don't know who's giving your work. Giving
वो भी
you
चलेगा
don't
मेरे
No,
को,
but like-
but I know I should know for a fact that I'll be, you know, my time
No.
and effort won't go to complete
vain,
shit.
complete
Yeah.
vain.
So I mean, of course, these are problems that you have to think about. But again, there are in the physical space there are clients who don't pay the freelancer after
Oh,
that.
that's
So if code is law,
Has it happened?
of course it has happened. I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, it has happened, but not
So they
like
give
in
you
that-
work with the promise of money, but they don't pay you.
See, that's why I know when you're entering this space as a young professional,
So it has happened.
yeah.
It has happened. Right?
I
We're
mean, not
coming. We're
really.
coming to that.
For me, luckily for me, I've interacted with best people in the industry, one of the best people in there. So I have not faced as much. I didn't have like as bad an experience as ऐसे. लेकिन हुआ है मेरे साथ भी. I have been in situations where I've gotten done with a campaign और पूरा उसके बाद then I've been having to seek the payment and then they just ghosted me out. This has happened for sure. Which is why I realize the importance of putting in the paperwork, right? As a designer, nobody teaches you how to write a contract, you know, do all those nitty-gritties.
Okay, so
of the
no
business
school
side
or
of
college
things.
ever does this.
Yeah, exactly.
Or not even a
So
professional
YouTube
college.
taught me this. YouTube में Jessica, there's this I forget her surname sometimes. So she has this photography channel. So she taught she taught on her YouTube like एक video में how to
Yeah.
make a contract and how important it is. And now for every new assignment, I always like if it's a freelance thing which I haven't done in a little while, I always draw up a contract. And there's an advance payment, and then there's you need to get that in place, otherwise you
Right.
will get cheated.
So code being law will help, right?
Like code
Yeah.
being law will help, but this is smart contracts and not NFTs. Even if NFTs worked like a contract,
Yeah.
like if you gave them an NFT, like it's in their wallet, so it's a proof that they have accepted your NFT
Yeah.
in a form, your contract in a
Yeah.
form of NFT. So you can actually put up a case on them, like check their wallet. So it's a public ledger, right?
Yeah.
So ledger पे तो आ गया कि उनके पास आपका contract as an NFT wallet पे एक given time पे था, which means they have accepted the payment.
Yeah.
So they have shown you the barcode. So that's what NFTs
Right.
should be used for, instead
Yeah.
of making punks out of it.
Yeah.
Instead
Yeah,
of
it's a
selling
bubble. It's
assets.
definitely a bubble.
buying penguins.
It's kind of a hustle at this point. And Solana
Yeah,
has
it's become-
risen because of it, because there's no gas.
It's become like
Flipping trade,
Ah.
and there's
Like
always be
short stocks. and
that will
stuff
be
like that.
always
Yeah.
an industry. I mean, flipping cards is an industry that goes way back in the day. Basketball
This
cards,
has become like
WWE
intraday
cards.
trading.
Exactly. I have to
Short
get
stocks.
that intraday. It's just
Yeah.
like that.
So it's like the flippers will always be out there, but I feel like this bubble will burst and more utility, more
Exactly. Contracts
There's
like
still
these.
some way to go. There's still a lot of like variables out there that need to be looked at.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're a coder, lawyer, or a creator, it's a very interesting space to be part.
Yeah.